I almost gave up on this old PC. It was getting really slow, apps lag, everything takes forever, and it just doesn't feel usable anymore. At one point, I was seriously thinking about just getting rid of it, but then I came across something called Zorin OS 18, and honestly, I didn't expect much. But after trying it, this old machine actually feels usable again. So now I'm curious, can a simple OS really make that big of a difference? In this video, I'll install Zorin OS 18 on this PC and show you how it actually performs. Let's get into it. This is the Dell Optiplex 7020, an old office PC you can find almost everywhere. It's currently running Windows 10 with an i5 4590, and that's exactly where the problem begins. This CPU was released back in 2014, over a decade ago. At that time, Windows 7 and Windows 8 were the standard, not Windows 10, and definitely not Windows 11. Fast forward to today, and modern Windows has become much heavier, packed with more features, more background services, and more things running all at once. This hardware was never designed to handle that kind of load. So the issue isn't just that it's old, it's that it's completely out of sync with its time. So I started looking for something lighter, something that actually fits this kind of hardware, and that's when I discovered Zorin OS. At its core, it's Linux, but the interface has been carefully refined from the window layout to the application menu to the way you use it every day. Everything feels familiar, almost like Windows, but beneath that familiar surface, it's a completely different operating system. Everything feels very polished. I get this feeling that it's both like Windows and Mac OS at the same time. Just look at these app windows, it's really interesting. Let's take a quick look around first and see what we have here. Wow, there's an app store built right in. It's actually quite rich. This is probably my favorite part of Zorin, because unlike other Linux distros, installing apps through the store here is very easy. We just need a few clicks, instead of having to clatter away typing in that damn terminal window. We've got a taskbar and a start menu that feel quite similar to Windows. However, the way things are laid out inside the windows feels more like Mac OS. This wallpaper is way too busy. I'm gonna switch to something cleaner. All right, that looks good. Inside the settings menu, everything is very intuitive, and it looks pretty cool. I'm honestly starting to question whether this old i5 4590 is really capable of running something that looks this modern. Let's check the system information. Everything has been detected properly. CPU, RAM, storage, looks good so far. Hey, where's Task Manager? Oh right, this is Zorin. It uses System Monitor instead. There it is, still accessible from the right-click menu on the taskbar. At idle, Zorin runs really light. Unlike Windows, where there's always a bunch of stuff running in the background. Here, the CPU is basically chilling, and RAM sits at around 1.5 gigabytes. Pretty comfortable. This is what idle looks like on Zorin. On Windows, this would already be busy. Even when I'm doing nothing, Windows is already chewing up over 2 gigabytes of RAM. Especially when you only have 8 gigabytes like this, every bit of memory actually counts. You also get network speed and disk activity right here. Pretty complete, not missing anything compared to Windows. Opening apps feels almost instant, just click and it's open. No more of that slight but annoying delay you get on Windows. And that's the difference. Same hardware, but one side is just chilling, while the other is always busy. You can also tweak the interface however you like. The default taskbar is a bit chunky, but you can shrink it down. Move it to the center like Windows 11, or even throw it up to the top of the screen. Overall, it feels really polished. And honestly, I'm pretty impressed, even though I'm not that easy to please. Alright, Zorin OS looks pretty solid. It looks really nice. But does it actually run smoothly, or is it just good looking? Now let's test the real-world performance. With Zorin OS, most of the basic features are already there. The Office suite includes Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. The interface is almost identical to Microsoft's version, basically the same, just with different names. Very easy to use. The default browser is Brave, but I still prefer Chrome. Just open the App Store, search for Chrome, click Install, and that's it. Other apps are installed the same way. Just click, click, and click. Of course, the App Store isn't as diverse as Windows or Mac OS, but that's fine. Everything I actually need is already here. Now let's move on to Chrome. Of course, light tasks like browsing the web or reading the news are no problem for this system. When I play a YouTube video at 4K, the CPU is almost maxed out, and RAM sits at around 2.9 gigabytes. There's a slight bit of delay, but overall it's still fine. Nothing too serious. Next, I open 10 YouTube tabs. The system is still pretty stable. Switching between tabs feels smooth, no major issues. CPU usage stays at a moderate level, and RAM is around 4.8 gigabytes. Alright, so everyday tasks are totally fine. But if that's all this machine can do, that feels like a bit of a waste. Can Zorin OS actually do more than this? Now it's time for Minecraft with Prism Launcher. This is just a quick test, but I'm actually pretty curious to see how this system handles it. First, 8 chunks at 1080p. The system handles it well. FPS is close to 200. Very smooth experience. Now I jump straight to 32 chunks. Nothing else changed. And this is actually impressive. FPS is still around 100. Way better than I expected. Still very playable. On Windows, the numbers would probably be much worse. Maybe even drop a lot more. Alright. So what's next? Anything interesting in the store? Wait a second. In this app store, there's Steam. Yeah, Steam on Linux isn't exactly new, but usually you have to go through a few annoying steps to get it installed. Here, you just hit install, and that's it. No terminal, no hassle. And once again, I've got to give credit to the developers because I don't have to touch that damn terminal window. Okay, Steam is installed. The game is downloaded, but installing it is one thing. Getting it to actually run is another. Zorin is Linux at its core, and with Linux, you never really know what to expect. Thank God. We actually got into Hollow Knight. Silksong without any issues. At 1080p, the game runs really well. FPS stays above 120 most of the time. Everything feels responsive. Honestly, not a bad experience at all. Alright, and now it's Tomb Raider. I hit play, and nothing happens. Everything just disappears like it never existed. Yeah, classic Linux. Turns out the game doesn't run directly. It has to go through Proton, and sometimes it's just a bit picky. I tried Proton 10, the launcher showed up, nice. Adjusted the settings, hit play, and damn, it disappeared again. Yeah, I celebrated a bit too early. Then I tried Proton Hotfix, still didn't work. Alright, that's enough. More than enough of this stubborn thing. Just one last try. I switched to Proton 8.0, and the game finally launched. It finally decided to work. Honestly, it feels like I just woke up from a nightmare. At 1080p on normal settings, Tomb Raider runs pretty well. FPS stays around 70 to 80, dropping slightly to around 60 during combat. Overall, it's a stable experience. Compared to Windows at the same settings, there's basically no noticeable difference. So, what about a fast-paced shooter like CS2? I can't believe this. In the lobby, we're getting 5 FPS. No, wait, 3 FPS? Yeah, let's just move on. I can barely do anything here. So, Zorin OS, after everything, this is actually pretty impressive. Can this replace my daily PC? It can, and it actually does a pretty good job. For everyday tasks, browsing, YouTube, office work, it runs smooth. Gaming? It works, but not perfectly. Some games run great, some just don't. That's the trade-off. Zorin isn't perfect, but for an old PC like this, it might actually be the better choice. If you want to try it yourself, it's actually very simple. Just download Zorin OS from their website, create a bootable USB using Rufus, plug it in, and boot into it. From there, Just follow the installer. It's basically next, and you're done. So yeah, this old PC almost got thrown away, but turns out it still had some life left in it. And that's it for this one.